Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, friends, I hope you have been keeping little quiet and observing yourself. It's very, very important. And you have thought over the classes that we had taken yesterday, the ideas as to how it is important that you must know about yourself and what you look for in life is happiness. That is because, as I told you the other day, a journey begins from where you are and not where you should be. Very simple. And the moment you begin with the beginning, the travel becomes very smooth. In east coast of India, in Orissa, there is a very famous sun temple. Those of you heard about it might have known. It's a very famous sun temple, Konarak temple. And there, the story goes, the king wanted that temple to be built right on the river. And then it has to be, the water has to be, the land has to be reclaimed. So the Prime Minister of the land, the country was given the charge for the reclamation. And he was trying his best. It so happened after some time, almost a few years, still the land is not reclaimed. And the person was worried. Oh my God, the king was worried. What is going on? So he wanted to sort of find out what is going on. Why is it difficult for you to reclaim the land? He said, whatever you are putting, it is going away. The king said, if you don't do it within few months, you shall be beheaded. That is the story. Worried, the Prime Minister was one day was returning after the supervision of the work. He was returning to the kingdom, the capital. He was very hungry. So in a village, he stops, and there was an old lady sweeping the street. He's in front of her own house, and he asked her, Mother, I am very hungry. Can you give me some food? She said, of course. He takes him home and puts a banana leaf and puts some payasam. You know payasam, right? Milk pudding. He put the payasam. And then this man was so worried, so anxious, he straight away put his finger, his hand into the center of the payasam. It's so hot, it burns. He shakes his hand and brings it out, and the old lady was observing it, and he said, son, you are behaving just like that stupid Prime Minister. He doesn't know that he is the Prime Minister. He says, son, you are behaving just like that stupid Prime Minister. He said, Mother, why do you say the Prime Minister is stupid? He said, look, I am giving this payasam. It's very hot. If you start eating from the side, as you go in, it will be cooler and cooler and cooler. But if you straight away put your hand into the center, what will happen? Is all the heat there concentrated. It will burn. Like that, this Prime Minister, if he starts filling up that land from the side itself, go on dumping it, then he can fill it up. But suppose you put straight into the center of the river, then everything goes in the current. Oh, now the minister understood, realized his mistake, that how he was putting everything straight in the center. Like that. If you begin from the beginning and you progress, you understand everything. But mostly, especially in the affairs of religion, especially in the affairs of understanding, realization and all that, people straight away move into liberation. What is moksha? First question, what is God? What is the truth? What is His creation? He doesn't know anything about himself. He doesn't know what is 1, 2, 3, but he wants to know infinity. This is the majesty of the egoistic person. The person cannot, compromise on less things. He is not interested in little things of life. He is only interested in the big things of life. You can't get the big picture unless you get a small picture. But whatever you consider big is nothing but the too many small things put together plus something. So, begin from the beginning, friends. So, no hurry. And when you start inquiring, start thinking, you shall see that you are the beginning point. It's not the creation. In this hall, friends, tell me who is the most important person? In this hall, in this assembly, who is the most important person? Usually the answer will be, Swamiji, you are the most important person. No, I don't want to be most important. I am most important person for myself, no doubt. But in this assembly, I am not the most important person. You are. Each person is most important person. Please take that point. Because in your absence, it makes no difference what happens in this hall. If you are not here, it will make no difference whatsoever what is going on in this hall. If I ask who is the most important person in India, again, what shall you say? You, not the Prime Minister of the country or the President of the country. Extension, who is the most important person on this planet? Again, it is you. Because if you don't exist, it makes no difference whether the planet exists or not. Who is the most important person in this whole solar system or in the entire galaxy, the whole universe? Who is the most important person? Again, it's you. Because in your presence, everything is meaningful. In your absence, nothing matters. So who is the most important person? Is you. Now, therefore, in this creation, who is more important? You or the Creator? Who is more important? You or God? Name him God or name her goddess, whichever one you like. Male, female, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Who is more important? You or the creation? If you don't exist, creation means nothing. Who is more important? You or the Creator, the God? You will be afraid to say I. Why? Because after the class, when you are going down, suddenly you miss a step and you fall down. Immediately your mind will tell you, see, you told you are more important than God, you got it. Because people are so full of stupid guilt. As though if you don't say God is great, God is going to punish you. Priest will punish you, not God, don't worry. The person who is absolutely strong, absolutely confident of himself, he doesn't care whether you tell him you are stupid or not stupid. Suppose you say, Swamiji, you are stupid. Am I going to be melted? Huh? I know what I am. You see this beautiful mango? Do you see this beautiful mango? Now what are you laughing about? Why are you laughing? I have gone nuts now, right? For first 10 minutes I was totally sane. Now I am totally insane, right? Look at this beautiful mango. Why are you laughing? It's not mango. I say mango, 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 100 times I say mango. Will it become a mango? Now suppose I also purchase you off. If you tell it is mango, I'll give you one chocolate to everybody. So all of you also join the group. And you say, what it is? Mango. So I am telling million times mango. All of you say mango, mango, mango. By chance a fellow comes here and looks at the audience. I have a flower in my hand. I am saying mango, you are saying mango. So what the fellow will say? I have come to the nut house. Because, why? Because even if I say million times and million people join me to speak million more times to say it is a mango, will that hibiscus become mango? So if somebody says you are an idiot, why do you get affected? By chance somebody says you are stupid, why are you affected? Because you are really stupid. you, you understand the point? So God is not going to be frightened if somebody says, no, God doesn't exist, or somebody is superior to God. No. Please think. Who is the most important person? You are the most important person. Between the creator and you, the individual, if you want to know something, you are the beginning point. Unfortunately, we have put our hand into the center and getting ourselves burnt every time. People fight in the name of gods. People fight in the name of creation. People fight in the name of everything. But totally everybody is unaware of himself. That is a curse of the mankind. Please. Who was cursed? We ourselves have cursed ourselves. Or the systems, the religious systems which are most dependent on God, theistic beliefs. This God, that God. Forget God for some time. Give God rest. Leave Him alone for some time. Don't bug Him or her. Some religion will say God is only a He. What's the problem with Him? Why can't He be a she also? Why can't He be it also? But such ideas were completely forced into our head. Let's say begin from the beginning. Do you understand that you are the beginning? Very important, friends, feel it. It's so important to feel that. I must know myself. And that is not a selfish pursuit. Simple thing, friends, when you are driving your car on the highway, there can be millions of cars on the highway, but you are not keeping any other car under control except your own car. You drive your car. You are not worried about other people's car. Physical body, an innocent vehicle. Understand, friends? Innocent vehicle. Body has absolutely no problem. It has to be driven. Just like a car needs to be fueled, this has to be fueled. Right fuel. They know how to handle it. And how do you handle it? Just like the car. The body, there is a body for the car. And then there is a panel inside. You look at the panel inside and drive the car outside. There is a driver looking at the panel inside, driving the car outside in the highway, exactly the same way. This physical body of a car has got a panel inside, all your memories, the driver, the eye, looking at it and driving this body in the highway of the universe. Can you feel it? Your body cannot move without your choice. Sit down and let the body go away. Just sit down. You decide to sit down, let the body go. It has been happening because you are not aware of it. Your thoughts are there. The moment the thoughts are coming, you are going crazy. Why? Because you don't know how the thoughts function. We'll see all that, friends. Just giving a little hint and moving out. Why you should keep quiet. The more you keep quiet and observe, you shall see very clearly a distinct relationship between your thought and action. Your thought and your speech. Whatever you think, you don't speak. But whatever you speak, that thought is already there in your head. Right or wrong? I'm moving my hand like this. So already there is a suggestion. This hand is this way. I know it. Put down. Put down. Understand? Whatever you speak, there is a corresponding thought. But whatever you think, you don't speak. If you are conscious. But unconscious people means they just go on speaking without knowing what thoughts are behind. That is why in your life it is full of repentance. I'm sorry, I should not have done this. I'm sorry, I should not have spoken this. I'm sorry, I should not have looked at it. Sorry, sorry, sorry. We'll see all that. But please observe. Start with yourself. You are the most important person. You must know about yourself. When I say know about yourself, who should know about yourself? Himself. The body has no sense of I. Deho na janati. Body does not know. Body is innocent. You know the mechanism of the body, like the car. When the car is moving on the road from this side to that side, swinging from one part of the road to other part of the road, do you say car is drunk or the driver is drunk? The driver is drunk. The car is never drunk, even if it runs on alcohol. Even if you run the car on alcohol, still the car is not drunk. Only the driver is drunk. If the body is trembling with anger, hatred, jealousy, passion, is the body going crazy or somebody is going crazy inside? You are going crazy inside. We are busy keeping the body in top form. Mr. Universe, Miss Universe. This morning somebody wrote to me, an absolutely frivolous letter. What is that frivolous letter mean? The person wants to do some tummy tuck. First time I am hearing that word. Tummy tuck. What is it, tummy tuck? You have got a big stomach, you want to cut it off. First place, how did you get a big stomach? Any child born with a big stomach? This fellow is born obese, you know. Born obese. Anybody born obese? Oh, Swamiji, I have a habit of smoking. Why? Born smoker. While coming from mommy's womb, he was smoking. Puffing, he came out. And this fellow is born drunk. With a bottle in mouth, he came. Anybody? You pick up the habit. Please understand the point. You pick up every habit. You make this. Who makes the stomach big? What can I do? You know? The food, Swamiji, food. Food. Yes, you can hold food responsible if suppose you lie down. Eating means you lie down with mouth open. Then the potato goes in, the roti goes in, egg rolls in. Okay, vegetarians. Okay, potatoes only rolling in, okay? Pizzas go in, ice cream flows in, sweets go in. Then poor thing, what can he do? He is lying down, but these things are going in, so he is becoming fat. You are stuffing your body with these two hands. And how do you stuff? Suggestions comes from inside. You cannot hold body responsible for anything. So when you say know about yourself, it's not about body also, but not body only. That is, self-knowledge is not about the body only. All that you take yourself to be, you must know about it. If you take yourself to the body, you must know what the body is and how it is not you. If you take your sense organs to be who you are, then understand the sense organ and then know how it is not you. If you think the thoughts are you, understand the thoughts and the mechanism and know how you are not the thought. So when you say you know about yourself, it's a huge question. What is this self? Who am I? But long before you get into it, to make it easier, find out what you want in life. Just give it a synopsis. And as you saw yesterday, everybody without exception wants happiness in life. No, Swamiji, I am a person, I want to be very unhappy. Why do you want to be unhappy? So that I can be happy, you know. A sadistic, masochistic fellow. Understand? Nobody in life wants to be unhappy in life. Nobody. Everybody wants to be happy in life. Everybody. No choice. Why everybody wants to be happy in life? That is because it is everybody's nature. Yesterday I told you. What is that happiness? If you want to look for an address, there is no outside address. Education, university. Job, office. Money, bank. Things, shopping center. Happiness? There is no outside address. But please understand, friends, All of us from childhood have been brainwashed to believe, get educated, you'll be happy, get money, you'll be happy, get things, you'll be happy, get the job, you'll be happy, get married, you'll be happy, get divorced, you'll be happy, get a baby, you'll be happy. Oh, indulge, you'll be happy, or renounce, you'll be happy. Million conditionings. Do you understand that point, please? So immediately you say, but having all these things, I have never been happy in life. Therefore, life is misery. There is no happiness in the objective world. There is no happiness in the world. So some people are in a total denial mode all the time. Some people are in indulgent mode. Some people are in denial mode. Who is better? Both are stupid. Some are in a huge denial mode. Understand point. You will be miserable. If indulgence, the riches do not solve your problem, the riches do not give you happiness. Listen carefully. The riches do not give you happiness. You give up the riches. Poverty will give you happiness? No. At least riches were not giving you happiness, but it was giving you comfort. Now when you are poor, you are uncomfortable, you are miserable. Are you getting that point, please? Riches, so suddenly a person can say, oh, there is no happiness in this world. Therefore, shall we say, therefore I don't want to be educated? No. Please appreciate this point, friends. Take these two statements. Comfort and happiness. Two statements. Two words. One is comfort. Other one is happiness. Education, job, money, all your wealth and things, this will give us comfort. You shall be very comfortable. But it will not give you happiness. That is why a rich person is very comfortable and comfortably miserable. Whereas a poor person is no comfort, so uncomfortably miserable. Are you getting that simple thing? When the rich man is comfortably miserable, the poor person is uncomfortably miserable. Common sense says it is better to be comfortably miserable than to be uncomfortably miserable. Anyway, miserable we are, but why not have some comfort? That is why the whole world runs towards the comfort. You don't have to teach people for comfort. Everybody runs towards comfort, please. The rich is comfortably miserable. The poor man is uncomfortably miserable. But the trouble is, the poor person, the rich person is totally frustrated. Why? Because he was given the idea, if you are educated, if you get money, if you get things, if you get married, if you have everything, you shall be very happy. Now he has got everything in life, but still not happy. That is why he gets frustrated. They get into all types of perversions because the person goes on experimenting with various things. When the rich person's dreams have turned into nightmare because he has got everything, but still there is no happiness in life. In poverty, there may be discomfort, but there is a freedom to dream. When you are poor, you can still dream, you can still hope. If only I get another $1 million, if only I can get another house, if only I can get another relationship, I shall be happy. So still you can dream. There is some hope. In riches, there is no hope. Hopeless case. Total frustration. That is why a rich person is frustrated. Rich and educated are totally frustrated because there is no hope. Everything is gone. But the poor man can still dream. But both are unhappy. Think of it. Between the two, you can see a person can be very, when you have everything at your disposal, you can be comfortable, but you are not happy in life. That is why Henry Miller, the American novelist, will say about the American civilization, air-conditioned nightmare. When your body is hot, you can put it in an air-conditioned room. When your head is hot, will you put it in a deep freeze? Body is hot. You can put it in an air-conditioned room. Your head is hot. What do? Anger, hatred, jealousy, suspicion. Oh my God. What do you do? Just think of it. Total discomfort. That is why never equate comfort with happiness. You can be comfortable, but you can be unhappy. How? We shall see now. The language of happiness, okay? Please, friends, listen to it very nicely. Very, very simple thing. This much today's class, this comfort and happiness, you understand. Simplest of the simplest. Most problems will be solved. Observe. Because this is the one which gives you the, what shall I say, the most complicated complexes comes life because of this. Searching for happiness. Looking for happiness in places where it is not. That is why you are totally frustrated. Let us say, what is happiness? Okay? First, see what happiness is. What is that we are looking for? And when I am saying this, is not because what I say. It is taken from your experience. Yesterday when we saw that statement, where is happiness? Is it outside? Some people say it's outside. Those who say it's outside, extrovert searching outside. Some people say it's not outside, it is inside. They become introvert and searching inside. When you look for happiness inside, your place of search has changed, but the search never ends. That is why people in the name of religion, when you go on looking for happiness inside, they become introvert and totally unproductive. Because the person is looking for happiness inside. The person is extrovert, he can produce something in life. But the introverted person doesn't produce anything. The whole life is misery, total denial. So it's neither there outside nor inside, but yourself is happiness. This is what the Upanishads will declare. That you are the happiness. Listen carefully, friends. You are the happiness. It's not outside or inside. You are the happiness. And in order to prove it, it takes into account your experience. This is why three things are to be taken into account. They call it Shruti, Yukti, Anubhav. These three things. You will see how beautiful it is. Shruti is the scriptural declaration. Yukti is logical presentation. A very rational approach. Yukti, logic. Logically, it must be proved. Then ultimately, everything must be true to Anubhava, your experience. This is very solid ground on which you stand. If at all you go to the teacher and go to a scripture, he should tell you what? The things that you do not know. You are the happiness. Listen. The scripture says, the teacher says, you are the happiness, you are infinite, you are absolute. Just think. Because you don't need a teacher to come and tell me I am miserable. Do you need that? Huh? The things which are obvious, the things which are self-evident, to know that, should we go to a teacher? Just think. I shall call you up. Come here. I'll tell you, today, great secret. Yes, today is Friday. How do you like it? Get off. You'll run away. Why? I know it. Come here, I'll tell you the big secret. And now it is winter season. What is this nonsense? It is already cold. You don't need teachers to come and tell you the things that you know. I'll tell you the secret. Come here. You are a mortal. Come on, give me a break. If at all the teacher should say something, scripture should say something, You are the immortal. You are the happiness. You are the absolute. But so many scriptures are saying so many things. Which one I shall accept as right? Because somebody says I am immortal. Somebody says I am mortal. Somebody says I am limited. Somebody says I am limitless. I am part of the God, different from God. So many things they are talking. Which one I will take? Don't worry, I will fix it once for all. Please see. Those of you know the example, don't repeat. Don't answer. Those you do not know, just think, preach. Here is a rectangle. Please see that. Here is a rectangle. Okay? This is a rectangle. I am dividing it. 1, 1 and 2. How many rectangles you see? Quick. 4. Any more? 5. Okay? Just think. Let us keep it that. One person says 4. Another person says 5. Okay? One person says 4, another person says 5. If you tell the person who says 4, there are 5 rectangles, what shall he say? Nonsense. There are no 4, there are no 5, only 4. The person who says 5, suppose you want to ask for explanation. Whom should you ask for explanation? 4 or 5? 5. Why? Because one who can show you 5 can show you 4. But one who can show you 4 cannot show you 5. Okay? Simple. So how many rectangles are here? Somebody says 4, somebody says 5. But in reality, there are 9 rectangles. This is one, first one. Divide. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 1, 5. Then this half, 6. This half, 7. This half, 8. This half, 9. 9 rectangles are here. See the illusion in perception. Eh? Immediately looks like 1 or 4 or 5. But there are 9 rectangles. Suppose the person, you ask him, how many rectangles are there? One fellow says 4. Other fellow says 5. Other fellow says 7. Other fellow says 9. To whom shall you ask for explanation? 9. Why? Because one who can show me 9 can show me 7, can show me 5, can show me 4, can show me 1. But one who says 4 cannot accept 5. One who says 5 cannot accept 7. When he says 7, cannot accept 9. That is where different philosophies are existing in the world. One philosophy is around 4. Another school of thought is around 5. Another school of thought is around 7. Another school of thought is around 1. Another one is around 9. Are you getting that? So suppose one philosophy says, you are limited, you are mortal, you are miserable, you are useless. Only after death. There is no question of before death anything. Another says, you are infinity, you are absolute, you are immortal, you are all-pervasive. Whom shall you ask the explanation? Those who are giving you finite identity or infinity? Huh? Infinity. Why? Infinity includes all finite identities. Are you getting that point? Infinity includes all the finite versions. That is, between the finite and finite, there will be conflict, clash of civilization, clash of ideas. Because between the finite and finite, there shall be conflict. But between the infinite and finite, there is no conflict. Why? You suppose there are 4. The fellow who sees 9, say, yeah, there are 4 also. There is 5, yeah, 5 also. 7 also. Only 1, yeah, that also. The person who says 9 shall accept everybody, but the person who says 4 cannot accept others. One who says 5 cannot accept others. So between 4 and 5 there will be a fight. Between 4 and 7 there will be a fight. All of them can fight with 9, but 9 cannot fight with anybody because he sees everybody, whatever they say is right. 7 also, 5 also, 4 also. This is why Upanishads, Vedas become such a beautiful human universal document. Who are you? Happiness. And who that I is? Not a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, nothing. We'll see that part of it. You as a human being, as an individual. Not only you, even dogs are also the same truth. Monkey, man, true, everything in this universe is same truth. You are the absolute. A scripture is needed for that. Somebody tells you, you are the happiness. I don't need a scripture. I don't need a teacher to come and tell me I'm unhappy. I'm miserable. I know it. Every day I'm going through this. Why should I need a teacher for that? Are you getting that point, please? I am the happiness. Is it really true? I am the happiness? Yes. Please see how it is. Simple logic you take. Simple logic. Complicated ones will go little later on. Don't worry. Simple logic you take. It's so natural to be happy. Tell me, sir, which is natural to you? Unhappy? To be unhappy is natural, or to be happy is natural? When do you feel comfortable? When you are happy, you are comfortable, or you are unhappy, you are comfortable? Huh? Happy, right? Think. Because it's natural. Have you seen one person telling, Asho, Swamiji, I don't know what to do. Last whole month, happy, I don't know. Have you seen one person talking that? Huh? Whole month, I don't know. Always happy, morning till I'm tired of happiness. I want to get out of some unhappiness. Have you seen anybody? Have you seen anybody talking, wow, Swamiji, one cousin of mine is a devil. Now he's coming. He's going to make me unhappy for the next 7 days. I'm so excited. Do you see that? I'm looking for a trip where everything is uncertain, everything is undecided. They may charge more, they will cheat us, they will take food more. We will go into a hotel, there will be no running water, and inside the room there are national birds, all over mosquitoes. Huh? I'm looking for that discomfort. Anybody excited about this uncomfortable trip? No jokes, friends, please. Nobody is tired of happiness. Natural. And nobody ever wants unhappiness in life. So clearly you are happiness. Understand? Is it true? Yes, we shall see now. Now go into that language. Okay? Anubhav. Take into account your experience. And from your own experience you shall see. Please, in this type of understanding analysis, now the ideas that you have picked up in your head, please keep it with you. Nothing wrong, because without those ideas you cannot grow up in life. But time has come to challenge every one of them. Look at every one of them fresh. Because so many things, movie gives me happiness, that gives me happiness. No. What is happiness? We shall decide it once for all. First, go to the language of unhappiness. Okay? Because happiness is a dream. Happiness is an ideal. Happiness is something which you are just talking about. Nobody is happy in life in this world at this moment. As long as you are under the spell of ignorance, you are not a happy person in life. You are not unhappy for some time. Nobody, average person shall never understand the language of happiness. It is either unhappy or not unhappy. Deep sleep, you don't say you are happy, you are not there. You are not unhappy that time, but you can't say you are happy. You forget. And mostly for the people, happy moments means moments of forgetfulness. They are not unhappy for some time. That is why escaping to a movie, relationship, food, touch, taste, smell, all these things. So let us start with the language of unhappiness. Okay? When you say somebody is unhappy, is it something physical or mental? Start step by step. Language, physical language is, listen, the language of the body is not happiness, unhappiness. The language of the body is comfort and discomfort. The language of the body is comfort and discomfort, not happiness, unhappiness. I'll get an example for you. You please think for yourself. You do not use that language of happiness and unhappiness in relation to the physical body. Even though you use it, it's wrong. Please see. Start with the body. Hunger. Okay? You are now hungry. When you are hungry, are you very happy? I'm so happy now, I'm so hungry. Anybody? Have you seen anybody talking? Oh, so uncomfortable. And therefore unhappy, uncomfortable. Listen carefully. You are uncomfortable. You extend it to say, I'm unhappy, but see how I'll distinctly you see the language. Please. Very uncomfortable. Now suppose a friend has invited you for a dinner. Think, a friend has invited you for dinner. Please come tonight for dinner. And that person is an Italiano. Okay? And you love Italian food. Okay? So, you have been dreaming. Tonight, best Italian food. You skip your lunch also. Very little dinner, very little breakfast also. Why? You want to build up a huge appetite. Hungry. So that you can enjoy the best cheese, the best olive oil, the best mushroom, the best, the brinjals, all these stuffed things, Italian. Garlic bread, so many different types of breads. You are dreaming. By the time 5:36, already your stomach rat is running. And you are uncomfortable. Now you are going there, you are waiting for 7 o'clock. As you go there, drive away into the driveway, and you go in, you are waiting for the flavors, the fragrance of the Italian food coming and hitting your nose. Nothing. You start wondering what happened. No cooking going on. Oh, maybe already finished. You don't want to be disappointed, no? Maybe already finished. So, you go. Ding dong, open the door. He is smiling at you. The girl is, or the lady of the house smiling at you. But you are smiling, but your nose is not smelling anything there. So you are already doubting. What is going on? Hello, good morning, good evening. Inside you can't talk about that. You are already, see that, not coming. Then he says and texts you and says, then he says, look, I'm really sorry, I invited you, I could not contact you. But suddenly my mother-in-law fell sick. I had to go to the hospital. I have not made a big dinner because I could not, there was no time. I'm extremely sorry, but I brought for you a nice bio vegetable sandwich from Subway Sandwich. I know you like healthy food, Yes, I like. Oh, so kind of you. How can you think of that? So, that's enough. That's good enough. Inside, the person artist could have phoned me up. I could have gone somewhere. But outside, so nice. How do you know I like that? I love Subway Sandwich. And right? Outside, you are all civility, all courtesy. But inside you are going crazy. Listen, you are hungry. There is no time to say whether it's Italian or Thai or Chinese or anything. You are hungry, uncomfortable. Listen carefully, uncomfortable. So, eat you must. You grab that little sandwich and finish. When you ate few bites, listen, now you are comfortable. But are you happy? Hunger brings you a physical discomfort. Now, eating some food brings you physical comfort, but you are unhappy. Why? Because what you are dreaming of, you did not get it. Are you getting that language, please? This is where everybody becomes unhappy in life. Why? Because you are having something, you are thinking of something. You drive a car, it takes you destinations. Comfort, but unhappy. Why? You are driving a car, dreaming of another car. You are driving a Volkswagen, you are dreaming of BMW. Unhappy. You are eating a sandwich, dreaming of 5-star gourmet dinner. Unhappy. Living in a house, dreaming of a lakefront house. Unhappy. Not uncomfortable. Are you getting that point, please? Not uncomfortable, but unhappy. You understand the language. Unhappiness is the language of the subtle, your mind. You are living with a man, dreaming of another man. You are dating a woman, dreaming of another woman. You have got the physical comfort, whether that man is there or woman is there. But you are unhappy because you are dreaming of another man, another woman. You understand the people's problem. You can be midst of the total physical comfort. That is why you can see multi-millionaire, miserable people. So-called movie people, star people, money people, business people, executives. Everything, full comfort, loaded comfort, but totally miserable in life. Why? Living with something, dreaming of something. Living with somebody, dreaming of somebody. Are you getting that point, please? So comfort and discomfort is the language of the body. Happiness, unhappiness is the language of the mind. Do you understand that point, please? So when you say you are unhappy now, graduate, when you say you are unhappy, it has nothing to do with your body or the physical universe. Are you convinced, sir? When you say you are uncomfortable, I can ask, I can look for something. Please be very specific in using your language. Don't be vague. Are you getting that point, please? You must see it clearly. Physically, you can be very comfortable. Like you're missing something. Listen carefully. Like you're missing something. Now in this place, how beautiful it is. Look at this morning. Fantastic, golden, with a beautiful greenery everywhere. How it reflecting. What a lovely blue sky. Greenery, absolutely fresh green. Golden light. Cool breeze. Can there be a better day? But you are miserable. Why? Missing my dog. Every day idli, sambar idli. First day it was exotic. Second day is boring. Rice, curry rice, rice, curry rice, curry rice, curry rice. Such variety. Oh my God. You are missing your food, missing mommy, missing your friend, missing something. In this beautiful place, why are you miserable? Unhappy? Because you are missing something. Are you getting that point, please? Take that word, missing. Missing means what? Missing means the thought is there, object is not there. Will you please take it down and think it over completely? Missing means, when you are missing something means what? Missing means, if you appreciate that much, your life will be different completely. Missing means, thought is bugging you, object is far away. And that is the time you become unhappy. Missing. Because thought is there, object is far away. And which object you miss? Only known object. Your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your child, your friend, your lover, your beloved, your friend, your dog. Is there anybody here missing my brother? Anybody? Please don't miss my brother, okay? Please don't miss my brother. Do I need to say that? He says, who is your brother? Why are you not missing my brother? He's a nice boy. He's a nice man. Why don't you miss my brother? Who is he? Why miss my brother? Why don't you miss my brother? Jokes apart, friends. You cannot miss something which is unknown to you. Unknown to you means what? Please listen. Unknown to you means what? Unknown to you does not mean object is non-existent. Unknown to you means object is existing, thought doesn't exist for you. So what is creating problem for you? The objects or the thoughts of the object? Come on. What object creates problem for you? Little louder you should say, no. Are you getting? No, I am telling you, why participate? Be lively. It's not, I'm not going to give a class, this Upadesh. I'm sitting down here, I sermon, give a sermon, sermon from the mount, or sermon from this nonsense. No, rubbish. It means nothing. What I know is useless. You don't have to worry about it. What you know will help you. What I know is, that's for me. What you know will help you. Participate. Just see that lively. You look for yourself and go on. See, this exploration is such extraordinary exploration that every moment you explore it, you get excited. Oh my God, what is this? I was thinking I'm missing people. What is this missing people means what? Hey, that's what makes me miserable. With unknown things I can miss. When it's unknown things you can't miss means what? When you say things are unknown, listen, things are unknown does not mean things don't exist. They exist. Their thoughts don't exist for me. That is why you can't miss the object about which you have no thought. That is why you are such a profound counselor when it comes to other people's problem. Such a profound counselor. Great advisor. Paropadesha Panditya, they say it in Sanskrit. Paropadesha Panditya. Dexterity in advising other people. Who cannot do? Why? Because what they are going through means nothing to you. My only son died in a car accident. This happens in life. Philosopher. Why? Because it's not his son. One day, a person runs to Mullah. And he says, Mullah, I don't know what to do now. Suppose, my son killed a cat. I don't know what to do. What is the solution? Prashchit. Prashchit means what is the... Penance? Penance. Okay, you can say, what is the penance? And what is the remedy? Okay, what is the remedy? What shall I do? Because I have to get rid of this killing a cat. Oh, then you have to give a golden cat. You have to give a donate, dhanam, charity. You have to give a golden cat to Mullah. Priest, you must get the golden cat. It happens, who killed the cat? Who? Your son. Then the story is different. If it is your son, of course the story is different. No problem. Okay? Somebody's son died. Oh, this thing happens. Jatasyai dhruvo mrityu. One who is born definitely die. Beautiful Sanskrit quotations also thrown in. Why? Because other people's problem. When it comes to his problem, oh boy. No, friends, please. The more you explore, the more excited you get. Why? Unknown things, listen, unknown things do not touch you. How many things you know in life, friends? How many people you know in this life? There are 5 billion people. 5 billion minus 5 mean nothing to you. 4 or 5 people you can't handle. Among these 4 or 5 people also, 4 people are useless. Only one person you are intimately involved. Only one person you are intimately involved. You can't even handle that one. Why? Because you can't handle your thought. Are you getting that point, please? Why you cannot handle an object, but you cannot handle the thought of the object? Because object is not the problem. Thought is the problem. Which one is right, sir? Object is your problem or thought is your problem? Can you miss an object without the thought of it? That is why all strangers are so nice. The person is sitting next to you, listen carefully, the person is sitting next to you means nothing to you. The person is, but about him there is no thought in your head. About her there is no thought in your head. Therefore, very comfortable. Stranger means what? About whom there is no thought in your head. Missing means what? The thought is, object is not. Bored means what? The person is, but about him you are no more thinking. In the beginning you are excited about, that's why in the beginning of a relationship, you are very excited about the person. You are very excited. Thought is, object is. Oh, so nice, right? After some time, the object is, but you don't want to think about him or her. Time to get out. Do you understand? Do you understand the play of thought? So what drives you crazy? The world or the thoughts? Now why are you punishing the world? Deny this world, renounce this world. What is wrong with the world? Must fix up yourself. So please see the language. The language of unhappiness is when you are missing something. Okay? Okay. So when you are missing something, listen, please. This is your experience. It's not I am philosophizing. It's not a speculative thinking. You see the mechanism in and out every day, every moment happening to you. You go to the dining hall with a thought in your head, today I shall have some potato curry. But you go there and they have produced the lady's finger which you hate. How do you like the lunch? Oh. Take your lunch? No, thank you. I'm not hungry. You come. Why are you not hungry? What happened to your hunger? No, friends. Please. Learn to enjoy yourself. You fix up yourself, the whole world will be wow. Absolutely exciting. Do you think this world deserves your sadness? Beautiful weather. Lovely climate. Blue sky. Green place. Mountains so lovely. Every place so quiet. 9 o'clock, reason I want to have a class because 6 o'clock, other people want to entertain everybody. What music? Yuck. God will be running away from the temple. They put it for God, but God must be running from the temple because it's such a noise. Who makes you miserable? Your thoughts. Are you getting that point, please? Missing. Unhappy. Unhappy means now, do you understand the language? Unhappiness is the language of the mind. The thought comes, what to do? The thought comes, person is not there. This is unhappiness, okay? Listen. How shall I make myself happy? So what makes you unhappy in life? Please go step by step. What makes you unhappy in life? Is it the absence of the object or the presence of the thought? Huh? What? Right. You please see that, huh? You see for yourself. What makes you unhappy in life? Is not the absence of the object, is the presence of the thought. Even the person to whom you love, you are, like connected, pasted to each other. Suppose the person go away for 2-3 days. Until a thought comes, you don't miss him or her. Right or wrong? Until the thought comes, because your mind can say, no, Swamiji, what you are telling, right? But vague statement. What is that? But absence means, no. Solidly you have to counteract it inside. No place for vagueness in your thinking. If you are a thinker, there is no vagueness. This or that. Sometimes absence also matters. No. You cannot suffer the absence unless a thought comes up. So absence will not hurt you until a thought comes. That is why when the children are going, other day I was going with the family in long back, driving in America somewhere. The parents are talking to me, I am talking to them, a child is there also 4-year-old. Suddenly, the parents started completely, their attention is away from me and they're talking to child. I felt, I said, what is this? We are discussing something, suddenly they change. And anyway, it doesn't matter, there's a parent and child arrangement, so something, the child needs some attention, is okay. So I went there. And after 5-10 minutes, then immediately the father starts, comes back to my language and says, sorry Swamiji. I said, no, what happened? Why suddenly? He said, no, Then he tells me quietly, this fellow is crazy about McDonald's. When he sees that big AM sign, the car must go there. So when we saw that big thing is coming, we started talking to him so that he don't look at that place. What does it mean? Don't remind him why they put that sign. You think to show that they are there? Nah, they are attracting all these babies so that you go crazy. And there are many babies in the world. Grown-up babies are much more than the small babies. Grown-up babies more crazy. Think. Reminding, what does it mean? Until you remind, meaning a thought comes up, the person doesn't miss it. So what is your unhappiness? Absence of the object or the presence of a thought? The presence of a thought. Listen carefully. Since it is so, the average religious man, mostly religious people, meditative groups and all that religious whatever connotations, immediately they will say, since thought is your problem, what is the solution? No thought. So empty your mind. Go and sit down in front of a wall and empty your mind. Or bury yourself for half a day and empty your mind. Why? Thoughts are logical, no? It's very logical. Since thoughts are your problem, remove the thoughts. It's like telling, since headache is your problem, remove the head. Idiotic solution. That is why people go into real nutcases they become. Because they're struggling whole throughout the life. I'm removing my thoughts. So very serious. Laughter is gone from their life. No more enjoyment, no more laughter, no more pleasure. Why? Removing the thought. Busy removing the thought. You understand the condemnation, how you can be condemned to misery. In the name of solution, you are condemned to confusion. Because you want to remove the thought. It's not removing the thought, learning to live with the thought. How to handle it. Anyway, we shall see that. Please see. So unhappiness is not absence of the object. It's the presence of the thought. Are you getting that point? Now, suppose. Now take an example now. Okay. So you are missing somebody. Because you are all adults. Let us take adult relationship, human relationship. None of you are missing your toy. Anybody missing his toy? No. Okay? Right. You are missing your man, woman, or friend, something. Whatever you are missing, think of it. Missing somebody. Now suppose, suddenly, that person gives you a ring. Hello. When you listen to the voice, how do you feel? Who are you? No. Where are you? Why? Already your heart is full. Eh? Oh, where are you? Oh, I'm coming today at 10. Today? 10 o'clock? Oh my God, already 10. 2 minutes away? Yes. How do you feel? Already happy. Happy means what? The thoughts are completely gone. Are you getting that point, please? Now suppose the person comes in front of you. What happens? When you have been thinking, watch out. You have been thinking. Person comes in front of you. What happens? Thought goes away. Now tell me, this moment, watch out. In this moment, what gives you relief? The presence of the person or the absence of the thought? Just don't make it a logical answer. Feel it inside. What gives you relief in life? Is it the presence of the person or the absence of the thought? Immediately, when you recognize now, yes, absence of thought. Listen carefully. That is just a step. That is not final. Because you consider that as a final, therefore, once the thought is gone, you think no other thought should come. That becomes an impossible dream. Your thoughts will come. Are you getting that? That is why you miss one object, another object. Yes, the son, he has come, so nice he has come, so nice he has, my papa has come, or my brother has come, my friend has come, so nice. First 10 minutes, very happy. 11th minute, But what did he bring? Comes empty-handed. Useless fellow. Useless fellow. Insensitive. I have been dreaming of, so that thought has come. Diamond, flower, chocolate. Comes empty-handed. How do you react to the presence of the person? Can I have a coffee? 1 hour. Wait. Why? No flower, no? But suppose the moment the thought comes, flower, he brings the flower out. Anything you want, baby, is all yours. Why? That is why sensitive people means what? Knowing what thoughts will come in the other head and taking care. Understand? Do you understand how you play with your mind? If you say absence of thought gives you happiness, this is where religion it's a huge crime religious commit or the religious people commit. The so-called meditations commit that crime, telling people absence of thought, no thought. Ayyo. Please see. Go again step by step. What gives me unhappiness? Is it the absence of the object or presence of the thought? Presence of the thought. When the object comes, when the object of your thought arrives in front of you, what gives you relief? The presence of the object or the absence of the thought? The absence of the thought. Now this is where I watch the next stage. This is where your self-knowledge begins. In a sense, your insight into yourself. When you say that the absence of thought gives you happiness, that is the time you have to decide. Is it absence of thought or your being with yourself? What you call as the absence of thought, in a positive language, it is your being with yourself. You are with yourself. I'll give you an example. Please take that statement, work on it, see it. I'll give an example to make it clear. Now I'm talking to you. Listen, please take this example. Please feel it. Okay? Now I'm talking to you. I'm making a sound. I'll talk a lot. Hey, you come here, you go there, you stand there, you sit up. I'm talking. I'm making a lot of noise now and you are tired of my noise. And you say, Swamiji, please, will you please quieten down sometime? Please shut up. Okay. My sound was giving you unhappiness. Listen. Now when I stop talking, I beg you to understand it clearly. If you don't understand, please raise your hand right now. Right now, when I finish it, after 2-3 minutes, if you understand, fantastic. If you don't understand, please raise your hand right now and I'll explain it 10 times. Don't worry. It's not you are here for 10 days, nothing to worry. Happy times. But appreciate and go. Right now. I am shouting. Then you say, oh man, this fellow is talking too much. All the time shouting. Then you send a note. Can you please keep quiet? Okay. Now what gives you relief? What gave you headache? My speaking continuously. When I'm not speaking, what is giving you relief? My not speaking, my not producing a sound, or silence. What gives you relief? My not producing the sound or silence? Right. Let us take that statement. Somebody says, both are one and the same. No. This is what you have to watch out. If you say, my not producing sound gives you relief, you shall be sitting down there with a continuous fear in your heart. When the fellow begins again, when the fellow begins again, why? I'll produce sound, no. Can I produce silence? I can only stop producing sound, but can I produce silence? So when I am not speaking, I am only not speaking, but I am not producing silence. Are you getting that point? So both are not one and the same. Silence is natural, spontaneous, effortless. So once you are with this silence, thereafter it doesn't matter whether I am speaking or not speaking. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand? Are you excited? Excited? Come on. No, you must. If you don't see, tell me, ask me again, I will do it again. You don't worry about Brahman, Atman, God, Ishvara, for God's sake. Don't worry about those idiots, useless stuff. You know, they are nice names, beautiful names. You don't have to worry about that stuff. You begin with yourself and see this clearly. Infinity, consciousness, Brahman. Don't worry about big, massive words. Please. See this point. You are tired of my sound. So you beg me, don't speak please. I stop. Immediately, of course, you shall say, what gives you relief? Appa, this fellow is not talking. That gives you relief. After few minutes, your fear will lurk inside your head. Anxiety. The fellow will start talking again. Anytime he may start talking again. The fellow will start talking again. Finished. Again it's over. But at that time, understand, when I am not speaking, am I producing silence or silence is already existing? You can only produce sound and you need not produce sound, but silence you cannot create. Do you understand that point? Do you understand that point? I want to hear. Thank you. Nobody can produce silence. You can produce a sound. And you can stop producing a sound. Are you getting that point, please? You can produce a sound and you can stop producing a sound. Suppose, listen carefully. Oh, this is fantastic. Listen. So if you say, what gives you relief? If you say, my not talking, then you'll be afraid of my talking again. But suppose, what gives you relief? The silence itself. Can you walk away of silence anytime? Free. Same thing within. What gives you relief? The presence of the person or the absence of the thought? You say absence of the thought. But what do you call as the absence of the thought? What do you call sound, silence outside? Absence of thought, consciousness, being yourself. One and the same. They are not one and the same. Absence of thought is, if you say absence of thought gives you bliss, solace, there will be fear inside. Again the thought will come. And when the thought comes also, you don't know how to handle it. What gives you relief? Absence of thought? No. Myself. Once you say it yourself, thoughts make no difference to you. Listen carefully. Another dimension, please take. Suppose my thought gives you pleasure. My sound gives you pleasure. I'm singing. I'm not shouting. Okay? Just think, no, both the sides you see. Suppose my sound is a pain, then you want the absence of my sound. Are you getting that? Suppose my sound is, my speech is a disturbance, you want for me to not to speak. But suppose my sound is beautiful. Nice. Encore, encore. Again, once again. One more. Why? Because you listen like that sound. When you say, listen carefully. When I am speaking something, you don't like it, your mind is shouting, when it will stop, when it will stop, when it will stop. So you are disturbed. Are you disturbed by the sound or by that thought, when it will stop, when it will stop? Come on. Are you getting that? What disturbs you is not my sound. What disturbs you is that thought, when it will stop. Achha. Suppose my sound is beautiful, you are enjoying it, because that time there is nothing. You are being with yourself. But now there is a fear, because not knowing you are with yourself, you think my sound gives you the relief. So once in a while the thought will come, but soon he will stop. But soon he will stop. What gives you now disturbance? You understand? Do you understand what I am talking? Do you really understand? Yes. I want to hear. Yes. Thank you. Use it. This is the basis, foundation on which you want to build infinity consciousness you can do. Don't worry about it. Touch the base. Miss it, don't worry. Every step you will miss. That is why it is so easy. Why it is so difficult? Because the basic thing the person doesn't know. But he is putting his hand straight into the payasam in the center. What is God? What is Brahman? Swamiji, what is Brahmic bliss? Then some fellow will say, take some drugs. Expansion, consciousness expansion drug. That is bliss. That is how, what is that? That man who introduced. No, that not H.G. Wells, the other. I forget his name now. He's all gone. He's used talking about this topic. These fellows are gone complete. The man came to who has written that Time Machine and A Brave New World. H.G. Wells. That is the person. H.G. Wells. No. Huxley. Aldous Huxley. Right. Aldous Huxley. That is the boy. He came to India, went back and told everybody. All the sadhus. So, is consciousness expansive drug. People got wiped out in that. Think, please. Basics. Touch the base. You take an experience for yourself and analyze today. It can be your food, it can be your touch, sex, sound, listen, movie, picture, anything. You please analyze. What we are giving you is X factor. You analyze, put anything into that. A plus B whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Put A and B, any number you like. Principle will be same. You say anything. Somebody gets titillated by a sound, somebody by a touch, somebody by a taste, somebody by a smell, anything. You push into that and see for yourself what gives you happiness. Coffee, try it out. You miss? Think. What gives you unhappiness? The absence of the coffee or the presence of the thought? 3 o'clock, no coffee still. What drives you crazy? What drives you crazy? The thought. As long as you don't remember, you don't think about it. The moment the thought comes, 3 o'clock, coffee. Then suddenly coffee becomes a problem. And what do people do? They can break walls, they kill their husbands, destroy their wives. Those of you who have an email, you should give that email. I am sending you an email to somebody. Yesterday, the funniest husband. Ladies will enjoy it, husbands will hate it, but you should read it. It's very funny. I've sent it to some people. It's so funny, I wish I can show it here. Very funny. Anyway, we'll see that. Three o'clock, coffee is not there. Six o'clock morning, newspaper has not come. People go crazy. 9 o'clock, the traffic is still heavy. You curse the traffic. 10 o'clock, and the bank, the office is still not open. You go crazy. Because in your head is already open. But there it is not open. When do you say, oh man, this car is going too slow. Car is moving too slow or your head is moving too fast? Madras is far away, the car is moving slow. Because you have already reached, the car is reaching. You have already reached. You understanding the point, please? Thoughts. That is why when people give you impossible thoughts, they destroy you for life. You must be a PhD. The fellow can't even write what is P, what is H, what is D. The other fellow, one day, somebody was given a, data to fill up, his biodata. So he wrote down, he was going for a sweeper's job. So this fellow has filled up, what is your qualification? PhD. Then this man who is interviewing asked him, what is this? We are looking just for a sweeper, and you are one PhD. What is this PhD? In what subject? He said, no, passed high school with difficulty. So he is a PhD. Okay, anyway, this fellow who cannot, he has to pass high school with difficulty, you have put in his head one dream, you must be a PhD. Your father is an engineer, so you also must be an engineer. You understand the guilt? The child is destroyed successfully. Everybody says, you must dream, you must dream. Sky is the limit. One fellow limits the sky, the other fellow are destroyed. Do you understand the positive thinking? One person can reach it. The rags to riches story, from the rags to riches, very few. Everybody talks about it. From riches to rags, million stories, nobody talks about it. That's the part of life too. But everybody should be rich. Why? Why everybody should be rich? Why is it that everybody should be rich? If you say everybody should be happy, 100% accepted. But everybody should be rich? What's wrong with poverty? If I choose to be poor, I am the richest man. Will the world ever understand that? I choose to be poor. You are happy with your billions, I am happy without anything. You be happy. Who says not? I am not asking you money. World will not understand. It's strange thinking. But please, friends, please take that point and see for yourself. Happiness, unhappiness. Go to the language of unhappiness. Unhappiness is at the level of your mind. Physical discomfort. Even physical discomfort is not a discomfort until you feel it inside. That is why hypochondriac. Hypochondriac, the persons who imagine they have disease. There is no disease, but the fellow is already suffering. Why? The mind is telling, suppose there is there is a little growth here. Your eyes see a growth. Your mind says cancer. Because you are a hypochondriac. Or there is a little pain on the side of the right side chest pain means heart attack. Oh, I am going to get heart attack. What drives you crazy? Thought. Superstitious means what? I saw one cat going under a ladder. Something bad is going to come. So you go on thinking something bad is going to come. Just think. Thoughts drive you crazy. Do you understand that much, please? What is your problem? The whole world of objects, the entire universe of gross objects, or a single thought in your mind? What creates problem? A single thought. Understand? Now the moment the thought comes, I am unhappy. I comes, I am unhappy. Why? This thought is that I am missing. Listen carefully. There is a distance between the thought and I. When the thought comes up, immediately I says, I am missing. Without a thought coming, can you say, I am missing? Come on. Can you say you are missing if there is no thought of the missing object? Just because thought of the object is there is not, you are missing. I must be there. I am missing. That drives you crazy. I am missing. Like, listen, your body. Who is afraid of death? Is the body afraid of death? No. I am afraid of death. Is the body afraid of old age? When you stand in front of the mirror, does the body say, "Ayo, my skin is going, ooh." Huh? There is a package around the eyes now. Bald, ayo. Is the body going crazy? I am going crazy. I am aging. Body is not afraid of aging. I am aging. I am graying. I am balding. I am weak. Who is telling that? I. So what is the problem? Physical or I? Are you getting that point? So thought also, same way, just because a thought is there, is not a problem. I am missing the object of thought. So now I am unhappy. Listen carefully. I am unhappy. Because thought is no. So I am unhappy. So when the object comes, in the presence of the object, thought goes away. When the thought goes away, the thinker also is suspended. When the thought goes, thinker also goes for some time. This is known as suspension of thought. The thought is suspended. That is why when the thought goes, when the object comes, the thought goes, thinker goes. Temporary suspension. So you are happy for a moment, but the moment the next thought comes up, I also comes up. Are you getting that whole mechanism? It comes up. When it comes up, again I am missing it. Why? Because I thought that object gave me happiness. So again I am unhappy. But suppose, in the presence of the object, if at all the object does something, listen carefully. If at all the object does something, it removes the thought. It helps in removing the thought. But positively, happiness is in yourself. Like the food, this is simply beautiful. Take it, watch it. Like the food takes away your hunger, the temporary discomfort. Hungerlessness is natural all the time. The food takes away the hunger or creates hungerlessness. Come on, take that statement, work on it. Does the food take away your hunger or creates hungerlessness? Are you getting that? It takes away the hunger. Hungerlessness is natural to you. It is already existing. Hunger comes up. Hunger comes, hunger goes. Hungerlessness, always there. Satisfaction is always there. Sound comes, sound goes. Therefore, don't say, one with hungerlessness, I don't feel hunger. Don't be stupid. without hunger there is no life. Suppose there is no hunger, will you enjoy life? Anybody? It's better to have hunger and not to fulfill it also. Have the thought and have the sensation also. But don't look for happiness in that, because it's not there. Are you getting that point? So when you see that, in the absence of when the presence of the object, the thought goes away. That time I am with myself. I am with myself. So what brings me happiness? Is it the object? No. Is the presence or absence of thought? No. It is myself. I am happy with myself. Everybody is that. That is why every moment of happiness, you are with yourself. Listen carefully. I'll give you a very personal relationship. You equate, you shall see wonderful thing. Wonderful. You can handle every one of your personal equation. In a personal relationship, what do you say? Oh, she makes me so happy. This is lovey-dovey stuff. We'll see that about love little later on. This afternoon we shall see a little. Don't worry, it'll all come. He makes me so happy. Oh, I see. Listen. Let us take that statement. Oh, when she is not there, I'm so miserable. When he is not there, I'm so miserable. What does it mean? Or somebody is dead and gone. Why, when somebody is dead and gone, you are permanently miserable? Because if the person is alive, there is a chance of the person coming back and removing your thought. But when the person is dead, the thoughts will be there only. The person will never come back. That is why you are permanently miserable. When you are in a relationship, there is a chance that the person will come back to you. But suppose it's a broken relationship, forget death, it's a broken relationship, but still you are missing somebody. The person says she is not yours. He doesn't belong to you. She has very clear terms told it to you. He in clear terms told it to you. But you can't resist, you can't get out of it, because your thoughts are coming. And you suffer like the death of the person. Why? Because just like in a death, the thought is you are crying, crying, crying. Nobody can replace it. Person will not come back. You are miserable. In the death of a relationship, same thing happens. The thought is bugging you. The person has refused to return, alive and well, maybe with somebody else. It drives you crazy. Why? The thought is there. Listen carefully. So what you say? I miss him. Okay. Let us say it's not gone to that extent. Simple. You are in love. You are in touch with somebody. You're missing the person. Okay? Listen. You're missing the person. Now the person comes to you. When he comes to you, what happens? Very happy. Right? Very happy. Suddenly all the 32 teeth visible. Right? Eyes are sparkling. You are flying like an angel. Ooh. Very light. Ooh. Why? She is there or he is there. Listen carefully. She is there, he is there. Why is it so? Swamiji, I missed him so much and he has come back. I missed her so much and she has come back. Please take this statement. See what happens. See the mechanism. You are missing means, as I told you, thoughts are there. The person comes back. When the person comes, the thought goes away. When the thought goes away, now you are with yourself. Are you getting that point? You are with yourself. Now, think. Therefore, in the absence of the person, are you missing the person or you are missing being with yourself? That is a twist. You never miss anybody in life. You never miss anything in life. Are you getting that point? You are missing being with yourself. That is why when you say, I love somebody, unconsciously what do you say? When I am with him, I am totally myself, I love him because he makes me me. I love her because she makes me me. That's what makes me me. It's not a Chinese dish. Okay? Me. Are you getting that point, please? Everybody loves nature. Why everybody loves nature? In the presence of the nature, there is no expectation. In the presence of the nature, there is absolutely no expectation. Beautiful mountain, lovely sky, beautiful sunrise, everything is beautiful until a thought comes. The mountain is nice, but if there are a little more trees, it would have been nice. Misery. The sunrise is beautiful, but a little cloud all over, miserable. Because you don't expect. You see the mountain, how it is? Beautiful. You don't say, 100 foot more will be nice. Huh? Only one bird, if 100 birds flying, it will be nice. You will be miserable. You accept nature as it is, that is why you are happy, being with yourself. But when it comes to another person, you never accept the other person as he is. You just smile like that, behave like that, talk like that, do like this, do like that. So who makes you miserable? Your expectation or people? No, people. No, don't. You are such a good boy, Your expectations. Are you getting that point, please? People are people. That is how the other person is. But you want to cultivate, you want to sculpt out a completely different sculpture of somebody who is already sculpted. And nobody wants to be chiseled again. Resistance. Naturally. If the other person wants to change you, how will you like it? Suppose you expect him to change, and he expects you not to expect him to change. How do you like it? That is how the relationship are in a permanent, togetherness, right? In one day you part, finish. Because somebody is expecting to change and you expect him not to expect him to change. Finished. The relationship goes in one day. Then my third, his fourth, his seventh, my eighth. You can go on 20th, 25th also, don't worry. Nothing will work because you are an incorrigible fellow. The problem is with you, not with that man or that woman. Nothing. Think. So please take that point. So when you are in the presence of somebody, you are happy. You say you're missing the person. At that moment, are you missing yourself or you are missing the person? You are only missing yourself. So when the person comes back, the thought goes away. You are with yourself. The thoughts as though, when you are not aware of yourself, the thoughts as though prevent you from being with yourself. No thought has the capacity to isolate you from yourself. Like no sound has the capacity to overwhelm the silence. But you think the sound is overwhelming the silence. No thought has the capacity to overwhelm the consciousness. That is yourself. But you think the thoughts are like that because you have been programmed to believe that thoughts are disturbance. There should be no thought. To be peaceful, there should be no thought. This type of indoctrination, this type of expectation, these type of thoughts have completely destroyed us. That thought is the biggest trouble in thinking. That it is difficult is the biggest difficulty. Are you getting that point, please? A thought is beautiful. It's up to you. You must learn how to use it. Are you getting that point, please? You can miss an object. Can you miss yourself? Come on. You can miss a sound. Can you miss silence? Because sounds are seasonal. Sounds are limited. Sounds have got limitations. Suppose how much we may beg now. Swamiji, I want to hear little thunder. Now what thunder? This is winter season. Can I see some snow in summer? You must be nuts. You want to see space? Anytime. Anytime. There is no summer space, winter space, spring space. Space is not seasonal. Silence is not seasonal. Silence anytime. Is there winter silence? Summer silence? Spring silence? No. Sounds are a million kinds. Silence one. Thoughts are of various kinds. Consciousness, yourself, happiness, one kind. So what is the question of missing it? You can't miss it. But when do you say you miss it? Because I was equating the sensation with happiness. I was equating absence of thought with happiness. Therefore, I was continuously struggling for happiness. In reality, when you say you want happiness, what is happiness? It's a language, a name given to it. But it is yourself. That is why Anandoham Aham Anandaha. I am bliss. In Sanskrit, it is absolutely flawless. In English, you don't say that. Happiness is a state of mind. You know that type of nonsense you hear. Happiness is a state of mind. No. That's why you have to give a new burden to that language. Happiness is yourself. Happiness is not a state of mind. Anandoham, when you say Anandoham, it's not that I am Ananda state of mind. Useless. You can't even translate. Aham Ananda. I and bliss, one and the same. I am the immortal. I am the bliss. I am the happiness. Oh. So, everybody looks for happiness in life, right? And what is happiness? In yourself. So what are you looking for? Right, so can you stop without getting yourself in life? You can get anything, still your search will not stop because you have to find yourself. It's like this. See this example. See, this is moving now. Why is it moving? Why is it moving? Moving means what? Centripetal force. Centripetal, seeking the center. It's not seeking the center. That is why it is moving. And once it finds its center, will it move now? For what? It's there. Until you find yourself, you shall search for it. Nobody can stop you. That is why you don't have to teach people to seek for happiness. Natural. Everybody naturally looks for happiness. You don't have to teach somebody. What you can teach is prevent him from searching. Don't look for happiness here, it's only after death. No chance of happiness now. Believe in my God, only after death only you will be sitting in front of Him, then only you will be happy. What a miserable state. Happiness, if you look for it, happiness is yourself. Okay? Now, if this is so, please, if this is, I am the happiness, usually people ask a question. Can you really elaborate little, I know what you are telling is logically very, very true. But I feel, oh boy, I'm yet to find it. Suppose somebody says that, I'll give a little more logic, which we'll see in the afternoon. That I am the happiness. Now analyze your experience and see it for yourself. In the afternoon, I'll give you another strong logic. These are the basic introductory classes. After 1 or 2 days, today, tomorrow, then only we'll get into the text more elaborately. But this is the foundation. So you must build. If you must see these things clearly, then we'll finish it up. A lot of things will come in the book also. Don't worry about it. But this is the foundation on which you build. Happiness is yourself. Now please close your eyes. This is a nice example. Now close your eyes, listen please. He produces sound. You are sitting down quietly, resistance begins within. Why that dog is producing sound? This resistance makes you disturbed. He is barking. He sees some strangers maybe, sees something, he is barking. He is not disturbing you. He is barking. Because you are sitting down quietly with an idea, I am sitting quietly, therefore there should be no sound. So when the sound comes, now the I resists. Why is he making that noise? Why that sound is there? So this thought disturbs you more than the sound the dog creates. When the other person behaves in a particular way, that is how he behaves or she behaves. Why he is behaving like that? Why she is talking like that? Why she is looking like that? That resistance, that thought, creates more disturbance for you. Can you recognize a sound and deal with it without going through the reaction within? You are conscious with yourself. You are happiness. Your happiness doesn't depend upon the barking of the sound or the absence of it. Your happiness doesn't depend upon the barking of the dog or the absence of it. Your happiness doesn't depend upon what somebody teaches or doesn't teach. Who you are is the happiness itself. You are comfortable with all thoughts, all objects, all sounds. You can choose to have or not to have something, but nothing makes you unhappy ever in life. You are with yourself. Thank you, friends. Now go back to your rooms or to wherever you want to go, but be alone for some time. Even if it's better to sleep off than to talk unnecessary things with somebody right now. You go back to your place and do that, rest for some time. Then you start thinking and write it down. That will be the best thing to do. Please do so. And more elaborately we shall see in the afternoon. Nothing to worry. We'll go step by step. But see things for yourself.